Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you can hear me. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to wait for a few minutes and before I start. And while I'm waiting, what do I say? How do I say that? I will, I'll keep setting up because I just find out about real stream. So I thought I should give it a try. While I'm doing that, where's my glasses? While I'm doing that, then I will take us some times. I don't know how to play the music here. This one that this light decide not to come up. Don't know. I think we can. Once I finish checking what I need to check, I'll take it off because I rather just use my okay. The what is it called? I don't know how to do. Is it brand? Let me try that. Seems it has limitation. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Oh, Mama, how are you? Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Are you off today? Um, I just found this stream out, so I'm trying it on. I don't know if I'm And I'm trying to also log into the Facebook. I don't think I can see it being on Facebook, so I might need to just come on. Reminder, it says ready to start a live 2 minutes. It's already having the notification. Mark remove. Oh, it started already here. Okay. God knows if people on Facebook will be able to hear me. I don't know if it's muted. And I can't unmute it here so that it doesn't echo back to the other one I'm doing. Okay, Madam, you said I'm in a training, so I will be in the background. Oh, okay, okay, that's fine. Thank you, thank you. Is it possible? Do you do me a favor? Can you help me to check the Facebook page? If you can hear me there, or if it's muted, because I won't know if I use my phone. I will. I don't know if it's possible. Since that's if it's possible. If they've not started talking in your training. Okay, so I'm just trying to do some settings before I actually really try and unmute it first if it will be. I did unmute on Facebook, but I can hear myself back from the distance. So I don't know if that will be repeating itself. And yeah, it's the same name, Gores Corner, and you will see the same. It's Gores Corner. I use Gores Corner for the Facebook, so I just kind of connect to both of them. You will see the Gores Corner logo. I just want to know, maybe is because the one I did yesterday, I didn't even remember to check. Maybe it was muted for the 2 hours that I did. They will just see my mouth moving, but they can't hear what I'm saying. So try and unmute it first and work. Okay. And please, if you are just joining us, please make yourself visible. Let me be able to give you a shout out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm on annual leave. So I decided to utilize the time till Friday. So let me just do some live that I can do with this couple of days. So if you just join us, please let me know so I can give you a shout out. Read only, no. Is it read only? Okay. And please remember to help me with the thumbs up. Thank you. I want to see if I can share screen with what I want to discuss. Which one should we even start with? I think thank you. For those who just joined, please give the video a thumbs up for me. I will appreciate that. Thank you. You can hear me well there. Okay, so that means I don't need to unmute it. If I mute it, I will be hearing myself back. So thank you. Auntie Jimmy, Madam Jimmy, Mommy Jimmy, Egon Jimmy, Aburo Jimmy, Gbogbo Jimmy. Thank you. Thanks for the help. Guys, please let me know. Let me see you guys. Let me be able to give you a shout out, please. I know I have about 4 people here right now. And it's dropping to 3. Yes, it's working well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well. Happy today's Wednesday, so I will say happy midweek to you. Happy midweek to you. How is work going? I know people might be at work right now. I do understand, but if you come across this video, please watch till the end if you can, or wherever you can watch it up to. But please don't really skip it and jump to the end. And please comment so I can know you actually visited, and I can appreciate you as well. I'm working on my watch hours on this expressing my view on YouTube. I've got a channel called Grace Corner, so you can also give that a check. Thank you. I want to try and share a screen. Ojuju Calabar. Everybody that's joined us, they have is it Zamove or Vive? Oh yeah, I can see your comment from Facebook now. Thank you. Okay, that's how I would know. Okay, thank you. So I have a two topic. Um, I don't know what that thing means. I'm sure it's from Facebook, but okay, let me check it from here. Your video is indirectly. Um, what did this thing say, Seth? Something to do with your video is indirectly. I can't even see it. I can hear you well. Okay. If you're on Facebook, I will follow you back. And do I need to expand it? Continue to what where you browse? No, I'm not minimizing it. Okay. Hi, uh, Laurentia. I need to find a shorter name for you. That's why I used Laws this morning. Good morning. How are you? I mean, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. How is work, family, and everyone? Thank you. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up for me. Okay, share. Guys, please, if you hear small, small noise, it's my son. Oh. They're on holiday. So, one of my guests accept. Okay. And do I want to share screen? No, not yet. I wanted to add a file to add the source. Extra camera, local video, share a video from your computer. Yes. I think this one is what I'm trying to look for. Please, guys, bear with me. Okay, I found it. So today I want to talk about there's this post I saw on Dr. Shola's site. Sometimes when I see posts and something I can discuss, I will bring it on to talk about it. Let's rub mind. No one is proven to be an embezzlement of knowledge here. We learn every day. No one is perfect. We're all work in progress. So I thought I should put that on as a disclaimer. So what we don't think, I won't look at the person that is talking, blah blah blah. We all have our shortcomings, our flaws, we make mistakes, and part of the journey in life is, let's own up to our mistake and work on it so we become improve in that area. Welcome, Sister Cheese Style. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up for me. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so how do I add this source? Now is the problem. Okay, yeah. So that's the screen, and should be able to read it out from here myself. So that's the one I want to start with before I go to the one who says, am I smelling? Yeah. So this person said, my mother told me after my divorce that my father cheated many times and she didn't leave him. She said I would 2 years after my father passed away, they open, oh, the thing has finished playing, so I have to replay it. Okay. They opened the will and discover my dad didn't give my mother anything. The other woman he cheated with is a lawyer and may have drafted his will. She's now renting a 2 bedroom and we are now sending money to her. So this is a message that I feel is something that one can share, and we don't know who it could be helpful for out there in tomorrow, next month, whenever, we don't know. That's why I decided to bring it on, that we should talk about it. I don't want full screen. Let me be able. Morning, how are you? Okay. Okay, good. Yeah. So I don't know, on this thing, I just found this dream out, so I don't know why I have to keep repeating. I expect it to stay on the page. Okay, I think I'll leave it on loop. Maybe loop will work. So someone else just joined us. Please make yourself visible so I can give you a shout out. I appreciate you for joining. God bless you. What's the question Jimmy asked? Someone asked, are you on StreamYard? Can you share the link? I'm not on StreamYard. I started a new, what is it called? Let me see, maybe this is the link. I've just shared a link. I think that's the link to the can't post message to some channel. Learn more. I don't know. I hope you guys can see the link anyway. Just read it out for us. It's tiny. Can't read. Oh, is it tiny at yours? Okay, I think I've read it. I can reread it again. It says, my mother told me after my divorce that my father cheated many times and she didn't leave him. She said I will regret leaving. 2 years ago, after my father passed, they opened the will and discovered my dad didn't give my mother anything. The other woman he cheated with is a lawyer and may have drafted his will. She is now renting a two-bedroom and we are sending money for her. So it's just we are trying to just bring a life lesson out of it. So you know how we were growing, we see the way our parents struggle, would I say struggle or manage with their husband, whatever the husband says goes. Let me see if this one will help. No, is this one gonna help? It's not helping. um I think this is the best one. Okay, this is bigger enough. This is big enough for me. So, because of the way we were brought up, the our culture, the mentality that we have, they will say, and we see it of recent that some people will be saying, "Oh, if your husband is cheating, if your man is cheating, you don't need to leave. You can stay there." Some will say, "Oh, if a man is cheating, as long as he's not hitting you. When I mean hitting you, I mean hitting you, and or if he's not starving you, he's still providing, then you do not have a reason to leave." There are different ways of people promoting this act of cheating with men, or they believe that some people will say it's a man thing. Men do always cheat. Don't be deceived. Some will say they have left and they find out that they shouldn't have left, that even the person they finally married later to was also doing the same thing. So it's a main thing. So they had to stay. This thing. So it works for some mothers. I didn't work for some. And I'll bring this also to just try to balance it. Like some women tend to do it as well. Um, yeah. The Facebook one, I don't know if it's actually showing there. So people from Facebook, please bear with me if you can't see. Okay, the screen is okay. I can see the screen is showing now. Okay, so as I was saying, so this thing of you must be with them, don't leave. If things get better in the near future, some don't show this act until they are better, they have coins, they have change. You know what I mean by change? When they are struggling, we do hear that some will say you don't know what they are doing, you don't know their main character, their main attitude, until when they are better, they have coins, they are better off, they are a bit wealthy, they are rich. That's when you tend to see. I've tried to join, but I think something went wrong. Really, I didn't see any thing here though. Um, yeah, I didn't see anything. It's even showing me that there's no one online as well. And one of my devices actually connected for me to be able to see that I'm I'm not cut off, but it's still showing. Um, so I don't know why it is not allowing. It says invite guests. Um, invite up to 6 guests to upgrade. I'm not inviting up to 6 guests, just one person. Guests can add channel to the stream. Maybe because it's asking me, it gave me a link, which is the one I've copied, but I know one should be able to come in with one. If you want to do pro, you pay for 6 people. Live stream is much better though, but because I've run out of my live stream, would I say free package, and I don't know when the next one is gonna start. So I decided to do this. But if the link is not working, I might just continue to do my ranting alone. I'll be reading comments. So, like I was saying, how we hear the story of you must stay, you must not leave, as if it's not hitting you, if it's not starving you. Some you would stay because it's not starving you, but later they'll start starving you. They don't drop they don't do their responsibilities as they should be or as they used to before, because the attention has been divided. They are getting more attention on the other side, or the other side is demanding for more things and attention, and they can't really balance up. They might think they will be able to balance up, but it does affect the other party one way or the other, especially the children, So what mothers does is, most of them will say, oh, they're staying because of their children. They don't want to leave. They stay because of their children. They don't want stories. They don't want this. Or they don't want another woman to look after their children. Imagine then when it is the men that will take over the children, not considering. Okay, I think you're able to join now, Lauricia. Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me? Thank you for joining. I can see you, but I can't see. It seems the network at yours is not nice because it's not showing. It's not giving me a good strength here. But I've added you anyway today. Let me know if you can, if it's sorted, and I'll be able to see on the screen. Okay. Um. Okay, she's gone off. The stream is a bit weak, I guess. So yeah, that actually kind of makes a lot of women to want to stay in the marriage. Some are thinking of what people will say, or they are thinking of their parents will send them back home. They will say you do not have a room in this place anymore. You're married, there's so many things that they will say. The shame as well, that people will see them as they've been married, or they send them out of, or their husband. They're just trying to cover up shame. Those stigmatization that they will get, people that will shame them, give them names, tag them. There's so many things that make them to stay. It's not as if all of them really want to stay. So here, the mother is actually telling her not to leave. But I think maybe she tried to leave, to not to leave, but it didn't happen. It didn't work, so she eventually left. Sometimes some people don't want to leave, but the man themselves would send them out. If a man doesn't want you to leave, doesn't want you to stay, no matter how you try to stay, if they want to kick you out, they might not come again. They won't pay the house rent if you guys don't have a house of your own. They will do something that you'll be so frustrated. You might not have any other choice than maybe you were kicked out. So that's the last resort. Some people don't really intend to. She said, I made a mistake of blocking video and camera. It's not allowing me access. So it's not allowing you access again for the second time? Is that what you mean? Or you mean I should repost the link? So yeah, so she said after her mom told her not to divorce my mom told me after my mother told me after my divorce. So her mom told her this after her divorce, that her dad cheated many times, but she didn't leave. So I can imagine how old she will be, or her parents, in then that they will even marry the new wife. Even the side chick will come in while they are in the house. They will just tell them to clear the road. They will have their do, and the side chick will go. Then later the side chick will come in. It becomes a permanent wife as well. He join them. So it could be those times. We don't know. We don't know. It could be those times. So our mom is trying to tell her not to leave, but she eventually left. And now, so she said when her father finally passed on and they read the will, they find out that her father left nothing for her mom. You see? Now, maybe it was intentional, or excuse me. maybe excuse me, maybe it was intentional or it's not, we don't know. They were now saying because the side chick, um um the side chick is a lawyer, so they felt maybe the side chick drafted the will for their dad. That's one of the repercussion, the downside of cheating. There's if the side chick is not gaining anything, then she will not give the man any access to her. So maybe if the side chick convince the man that please draft this letter in my own favor, but because the man still want to get into the side chick's lap, he granted it. Maybe he thought he would be able to change it back, not knowing that his days are very short, and that he's going to pass soon. He doesn't know that the side chick has a better plan. Who knows if it was the side chick that sent him to an early grave? We don't know. Maybe the side chick already sees it that this man is going to be leaving soon. When I mean leaving, departing this world. So, in order not for her to lose totally, she used how to just make the man sign something or change everything to her name. But I don't know if anyone can kind of contest that in the court of law if they are not married. That why is the man why did the man will everything to you? You're just a side chick. How come he's not willing anything to his family? But she did not state that their father did not will anything to them, but she's talking about her mom. So I don't know the full story there. You said it's from my side, mistakenly blocked by camera. Yeah, I think I read that. And you said, let me try again. Okay. And you said the link is working. The mistake is from me. It was supposed to allow all video, but I mistake. Okay, no problem. You can give that a try. Um Chistal said, "This is very sad one. It is, it is so many things that women are going through. Men too are facing some things, but it's just more of women. Men face some women being a bit drastically mean, drastic. Um, See, don't let me tabo English. They are awfully mean to them too. I'm going to bring on another topic, which is maybe it could be another tomorrow or next about these recent people that the karma is just seems to be coming on them. But now let's face sometimes our parents, our mothers, they advise us to do what they have done, what they've gone through. They will tell us how they were able to overcome the struggles, the mountain. It worked for them then, but it might not work for this generation. This is one of the things that they make mistake from. And I do understand this adage that they give us. They will say, oh, what a mother or a father or an elder can see while sitting down. If you climb the mountain or you're on the stairs or on the roof, you will not see it. As in, they can be able to see a little bit of the future rather than the way you can gauge it, because they are talking from experience and they could tell. You will see people, they will also say, oh, you might appear better than me in look and all that, but the number of days that they have seen in this world since they are older than you, that you haven't seen it, that you can't beat them with that as at the time you guys are talking. So what they did, what they were able to continue to endure. If you try to endure it right now, some people have gone to their early grave. Some, I have a friend that one part of this thing was affected because of DV. So okay, you're here now. Thank you. As a mice. Can you hear me? The volume is not on either. Are you, if you're trying to say something, let me know. But here I'm struggling with the, because where the volume is meant to be showing a color, but everything is just blank here. Since we're doing trying and error today, but it seems to be better. It's much better than the YouTube streaming. Let me read another comment. This is very sensitive marital case. Indeed, it is. Yeah, it is. Jimmy said, so many things are happening in marriage these days. A lot are happening in marriage, and if we continue to say we want to do it the way our parents did it, we might get it wrong. There are some areas where we need to also wisen up. We need to. I can see the maybe you're having trouble with the network, Lauricia. We need to waking up a bit more smarter as well. It works for them then, it might not work right now. Of course, the level of the way they were teaching in schools during those years is different from the way they are teaching here right now. I remember then when I first started, there wasn't, if you find a computer in the principal's room, headmaster, you know, those, then it's just those big box one is very rare. Even for you to get into their office, it's some you will do like this. Then when you become a prefect, maybe you're able to step in there when they need you for something or you want to defend something. So when you can imagine, then later you're able to now see the computer, those big box one, the one that looks like the big TV. Then later, right now, all these children, when they started using the computer, then they started using laptops, then they changed to desktops. Then I remember when Dell was really raining, then changed to so many of laptops, different names now, iPad, so many things going on. They even have touch screen. So things, the technology then is different from the way they are even teaching as well as now. So there are some couple of things that you need to upgrade on. You can't rely on how your mother did it. You can use the advice to sharpen a little bit, but you can't use 100% of it. How they were able to cope. Some of them were they had to stay because they will send them back home if they go back to their parents. Their parents then have the option of they usually will send you back home. They'll say, oh, they've paid your dowry. They make you look as if paying your dowry means you've been sold out. In my family, they don't take dowry. They will ask for it in the list, but in the present open there, they will give it back to them, let them know that okay, it's been requested for, but you will hold it because they want you to look after the children, the daughter as well. So there is no they we have their money. No, we don't do that one. So and I know some cultures their dowry is quite kind of expensive, a lot. The man sweat before they can get it, and they also take it out on their wife later. You know, sometimes life issue cause this as well, but following what our parents did, I feel it's not everything you can follow when it comes to when it comes to their marriage journey. You can't follow everything they did during their marriage journey. What you are encountering now might not be the same. It might look a bit different, a bit similar, but you can't use the same method. The side chick, how the side chick has been dressing or whatever the side chick is doing might not be the same way the side chick your dad was running to then. So there are a couple of things you need to, you yourself, you might need to sit down to look at where you need to upgrade yourself. Maybe if you upgrade yourself, the man might decide to shift back to you. But if you've tried to make yourself look okay, you're doing better, you're working or you're going to school, you're doing something, and it's still not catching to him, good luck. Whatever you upgrade yourself into will also help you to shape in your own future and your children. So right now, look at it. The woman wanted her to stay, but few years after they found out that even the husband that she decided to stay with during the cheating period did not even leave anything for her. Is a marriage meant for so that when the man buys he can leave everything to the wife? No, not really. But at least if they've both gathered or work for those things, it shouldn't be um it shouldn't be assigned to just someone that is not part of them. The woman should actually have some share of, the time that she actually even sat down to. Are you okay? Okay, sorry guys, my son is here. And stay in front of the mirror and do that, okay? Good boy. I'll read comments. Sam, can you please don't spin that thing? Thank you. Okay, I keep saying no two marriages are the same. No. You know, some people, because of their parents, the way maybe they see their parents, that they found it very perfect. You don't know, you can't really tell all the time that maybe your dad or your mom is actually wetting his pillow or his pillow. Why? You know, when they were going through issues, people do have issues, and how they undo it matters. Some are also depressed. Who is going to diagnose them during those years that, oh, you're depressed? Some just keep going on like that. The high blood pressure, so many things. It's talking of side chick. Another disadvantage is the side chick as well. We don't know what she has, infections, and the man will bring it back home. He will bring it to the woman. So whenever the man come home and wants to get into the woman don't want to say no, because she will feel, they find it as a privilege that, oh, he wants me today, let me open up, not knowing that he's coming with to pour something else into her. Let us hold on to God for the best in life. Absolutely. Lucia said, don't repost. The app says I should go upgrade the browser, but that will be later. Okay, that's fine. Okay. And she said, struggling. You see this topic, and living a life is better than living a deep person, a dirt person. When it gets too toxic, even if no one asks you to leave, even if your parents don't want you back, save your life. That's it. Save your life. Because see, when the bad one happened, the unthinkable happened, the people out there will ask you question, why did you not leave? People will even say, oh, you're not a tree, why did you stay? And it's true, it is someone who is alive that people will praise. Are you done? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. So it is someone who is alive that people will continue to praise or want to use as an example. Few 1 or 2 weeks, they will forget about you. So you need to also make a good example, so your children can obviously be able to fall back on that. Of course, they will appreciate that you suffer, because of them you were able to suck up some things, but there are some that they will say to themselves, I wouldn't make the same mistake my mom made. I won't lie to you. No matter how we're trying to say, oh, we train our children the way they brought us up in Nigeria. We're trying to train our children here like that. Sometimes my children will tell me, Mom, I don't want to do so thing like you. Yeah, you feel a little bit bad that, oh, for them to say, they will say that they don't know, they don't want to do so thing like you, or I don't want to get to so age before I can do so. So they are also using your own life. It's like a mirror. They will be able to say, okay, this place needs, I need to correct this, I need to correct that. They don't have to copy the same thing about you, but they should be able to pick the good ones there, because it's not everything about our life that is perfect. We have where we're struggling, where we need to correct 1 or 2 things, where we think, what do you want? No, what do you want? You want your phone? Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Sorry about that. Like I said, I have one of my guys at home, my son. Yes, he's Jimmy. Okay. No, living is better than is living a life is better. Living a life is better. Or they will say live to live. That's the word I wanted to actually end it with. That you live to live, else you will not like you will feel God should be able to give you a second chance so you can come and correct some mistakes. Sometimes it's actually it's easier to give advice. But when it's happening to them, most of them can't really speak out. They can't speak out. They see it as, oh, what would people say? Some of them are thinking of with their siblings as well. The responsibilities, the shame. Maybe some that have actually used their man, their wife or their men to brag. They will say, he does this for me, he does that for me, that kind of a thing. They find it difficult to come out to tell that the story has changed, or I have not really been telling the truth from the beginning. I was trying to prep things up. I do understand women who want to kind of make their husband look okay, and so that people can respect them. But Asheju is not good. Asheju is overdo, overdo. They overdo things in the process. They're hyping their men too much. The men will be hyping their wife too much, but when life issue happens, they find it difficult to come into, to adjust, or they want to save face. They keep wanting to maintain that lies for people to see that everything is perfect. Meanwhile, they're actually suffering. They're suffering, and they are. I don't want them to flag this thing. They're dying. They are going down gradually, but because they are not speaking up. The shame of what will people say. That's why it's kind of it's also good to reassess when you are advising people, because once you leave them, you don't know the thought they have. Not all of them would have been okay for you to know what is happening in their home. So when you now give advice that you're actually pointing finger all the time, they will feel like, why did I tell you? Why did you know? Try to understand that person. Know that people make mistakes, but the way forward should be first. One of the first thing to do is not the blame shaming. Oh, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have. Let's look at, okay, when it gets to so stage, that's when we should have start finding a way out. What should we do right now, in the process of actually even working on what to do, a way forward, at least to give that person a rest of mind, knowing that they are not alone. Because if you know you're not alone, it gives you that relief. But if you're bearing all that alone, it hurts, especially when children are involved. Some people, because children are involved, they are not going to tell them. You said, just ignore that volume was blocked when I was trying to join. Okay. What was I even saying? Yeah, because of they don't want the children to know what they are going through, or how heavy that thing is in their heart. Most mothers want to put on the good face. I'll say much mothers here because I'm a mother as well. I can understand, I can relate. And also, the story on the screen is about a mother advising her daughter not to leave because her husband was cheating. So it's like a repeated thing. Don't forget that these children, when they were growing, they must have also been seeing some signs, small, small examples, but they are not able to confront or ask their parent. When we're growing there are a couple of things you can't ask your parents. You just pretend as if you didn't see it. Not like now, that the children of nowadays, most of them will come and ask you, like, what's happening? I noticed social thing. You're trying to put on a good face to them and telling them, oh, daddy is a good man, daddy this one, daddy that one. I remember then too, that if you buy a shoe, you want to tell your children that it's daddy that bought it. Meanwhile, you use your money to buy it. Or if daddy gives you money, you say go and say thank you to daddy. It should be for both parents, but we tend to ascribe all the praises to the men. So that's what those children grow up to know. Later, it becomes like the mother is useless, she doesn't do anything. I think some things just need to be spelt out, or you're doing everything like one. Like your parent dropped this, your parent did this one. They will give thanks to both parents. Thank you, daddy. Thank you, mommy. That kind of a thing. As they grow, they will be able to figure a few things out and know where you actually were the one who saw in more. But that does not stop the respect they should give to their father or their mom. They are growing and they hear things from outside as well. Social medias are there to also let them see all these things. TikTok, if you see a lot of things they see on TikTok, you will see, like yesterday, my daughter sent something to me like, oh, how they feel when their mother tell them to go and do what their brother can do, blah 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 blah. And someone was the one who shared that on TikTok, but they will send it to you to see your cat, like, oh my god, I feel so relieved, like, you just laugh over it. Is it during our time? We don't have that. Yeah, and even if you see that kind of a thing, you wouldn't want to share it with your parents. So this is about communication and relationship with children anyway. But I'm just saying that they see all these things. They also have things that they have question about. But during our own time, we had to suck up everything and agree with what they want. Okay, I'll read some comments. Hmm. I agree with you. Living a life is much better. I think I've read this one. Avoid other people telling your story. Yes, it's as is. Avoid other people other people telling your story. I don't know what that means though. For other people to tell your story, do you mean that you telling people your story, or um you don't want them to know your story so that they don't tell the story for you? Because there are some stories that obviously you don't want them to know, but eventually will happen. Mentally, then there isn't same with now. If anyone wants to follow their parents, did it. If anyone wants to follow their parent did it, I think that was a mistake. With their own time, there's disaster awaits their marriage because no man was buying his wife then. Not that there is no, there is, just that it's not as rampant, and social media wasn't, it wasn't as loud as now. During our own time, there was more of papers. Then later, magazines started happening. Who is trying to call me? Oh, it's my son. Please, give me a minute. Let me just. Can you see mommy's face there? Yeah, and you can see what I'm sharing as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay, bye. Sorry about that, guys. Is Yeah. So let me read this. There are difference now. There are difference now. Really, there is. That was Laurasia said some side chicks even go as far as finding a way to eliminate the wife in order to be fully in charge. Yeah, they do. Once they know that's where they want to settle, they will eliminate the wife. If they've been hearing story from the husband that their wife this, their wife that, and they just kind of find a way of getting rid of the wife. Some by not even eliminate them by unlifing them, but they will cook up a story to make the wife fall gullible of the man will be able to now send them away from the house, saying, oh, you're cheating, or oh, you're the reason why things are not going well for me. Those kind of a thing that they frame them up, and they fall into this thing, and they will be crying that they're innocent, they are not. People won't listen to them. And you know what? This side chick, once they move in, they might be there for years. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now that I have seen couple of side chick that they were there in that house for years. They gave birth, their children went to uni. Can you imagine how long it would take their children to start going to uni and finished? And the main wife is outside. So it took years. Then when the man is now sick, that's when the man will now start saying, oh, he want to say sorry to his first wife. And the first wife is meant to forgive. When the children has already grown, they've gotten married, even to the extent that even when the children wants to get married, they have to go and be begging their father to please give them a blessing, because the tradition that, the dad must give a blessing after the fact, that the man is not looking after them more, just because they need to get a blessing from their dad. There's a lot going on when it comes to, look at this Edoche issue now. Let's say the first daughter wants to get married, she will now be forced to go and meet her dad and start begging him for doing wrong. That's one of the things that our culture embrace, and it's really not fair on the women, really. But like I said, women do have their own side, which we're going to treat next. The way some women just embrace other women, guys, which they know isn't right. So with that, I'm going to read some comments from that. Can you please shut the door? Thank you. Thank you. So let me read some comment, then we can take it off from there. But trust me, when it comes to issue like this, people are not smiling at all. We will blame the woman at some point, but men too, there are sometimes that there are places where we need to let men know that please also let us breathe. It's not only for women saying please let us breathe. Suffering and wearing a fake smile. Yeah, women do it a lot. Men do it too because they are going through a lot. Imagine their woman is always giving them headache. They are not I don't know how to put it. Things are not just well. Their wife is not respecting them enough. Maybe because they are not financially buoyant. They're not. They find themselves not manly enough in the presence of their woman. There's a lot to it, and they have a lot to think of, and the woman is misbehaving as well. Couple then in the presence of their children. So men too go through a lot. But when the children are around, most times they want to fake up a good atmosphere, a good face. But mother do it more. They don't want their children to know, and they want to cover up. They want to paint their husband perfect. It takes a while for the children to start knowing that this man you're saying is perfect is not really what I know. There was a girl then that their mom will always in the morning will sing the praises of their dad. Your dad this one, your dad that one. If they buy anything, your dad bought it. They will say, but daddy hasn't come home. They will say, oh yeah, he sent the money. Is this one? The woman is always is always lying. One day they said, mommy, why do but you tell us not to lie. The woman will get angry. You will punish those children for actually trying to say the truth. But later they decide to leave this woman. When they are coming from school sometimes, or they too were out of school to with their friends, they will see their dad with another woman. Even some of their friends will say, oh, I saw your dad at so people house number so house yesterday. He's been there for 2 days. They will go and find out. They will see. And if they get home and ask, where is daddy? The woman will say, daddy traveled. They will say, no, daddy did not travel. It's too much lies. I think it should get to a stage where they should be able to tell that, oh, daddy has not come home in days. Let's just, let's pray. Go to their family if you want to let them know. Because if anything happens to him at the side chick's place, the woman will be the one that they will say accuse her by the husband. There's a lot that they are both going through. Let me read this comment. Yeah, many can cover up a lot for their children not to observe, but tell you what, those kids sees everything and understand everything, just that they can't confront at a certain age. Yes. So when they get to the age where they can confront, they don't care. Some, even when their mother wants to start giving excuse about, they'll say, "Mommy, mommy, please don't worry. Yeah, 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 yeah." They know the truth, and they do use this also to gauge if a man comes to them to want to come and show interest. Some ladies, or would I say some young adults, see it as maybe the same way their dad behaved with the same way that man is going to behave, which is not really right. So I'm going to read some comments. This person said, "Guys, please don't make it look like the mothers that stayed back all regretted it. Many of us today are product of a patient mother that stayed despite her pains because they wanted their children to grow up having a father and mother figure available as well as a stable home." I said it. Yeah, most of them will stay because they want their children to grow up under their dad. They want a father figure. They want someone to be able to implement would I say rule, that to give the authority of something. There's so many of it, this shame as well. And some women will say, "I don't want to have children all with two men or all over. They just want to stay just for the sake of their children." They take a lot. And the same thing, I do agree that it happens then, but don't force it into this now. Not all everyone will be able to take it. See, let's be sincere. Most of those women, then, if they have this opportunity that we have now, that is what is going on right now, a lot of social media and government able to intervene and all that, what they took then, they will not be able to take 50% of it. It's only the parent thing that maybe their parent is going to send them. If they know they are going to get help out there, they would not take all this. Forget about, they want once they have all the children they want to have with the man, they let the man go if he wants to go. um Someone else said they stayed back because their husband were richer than them and probably wouldn't have taken care of their children if they left. You see, I said it that some of these men, they initially they would think they can look after two women, but later they can't really cope because the side chick is demanding for more, and the woman will keep wait staying that, so that he can continue to look after his children. Then later the man just keeps reducing the amount he's dropping. He's not able to perform his responsibility or what he used to do before. The woman will result in something else. Now they stay because of all these things. So there are so many reasons where women stay then, which we're going to cover in another distance. Why women usually stay even when all those things are going on. And he went ahead to say, "My dear, there are children of divorced people who are married today and are in the best spouses." Yeah. So there's no excuse to remain with a two-page spouse. This person verse. Take this virtual eye. And how do you want your wine? Okay. Let me look for another tangible. As a matter of fact, love children raised in this toxic environment is why we still have men in 2023 in 1990 mentality. Yeah. So what this person is saying is that, some people are in this 2023, some men have this 1990s mentality. Where this person talking 1990s too is even a bit 1970, like the years where I was born then. They still have those old mentality. Do you know what they were telling us? When you want to get married, they will tell you to go and do marriage counseling. You will find out that most of the marriage counseling then is the woman they are talking to. Oh, God have mercy. Oh, God. This person said, "So, what advice is she giving you? A lot of our mothers are in marriage for stupidity. I don't know where this mentality of dying of a man's life because of marriage and nothing improves in their life now. Wow. I left marriage about 33 years. My two daughters got married and I pulled out. He's regretting now. No marriage certificate required in heaven." some people are so they are so nasty with their words. Sincerely, there's no marriage certificate required in heaven. And marriage certificate is not a ticket for you to get to heaven. It's not the ticket to get to heaven. Just be good, do the right thing, follow the rules if you can, if it's possible. But if you're following and it's not working, as in, honor your, I mean, what I said, respect your husband and all that. If you see that it's not respect, it's not doing his own bit, and you can't take it anymore, have a conversation, let him know, then start making a plan. If you guys want to leave, if you want to separate, you can separate without having, without divorcing, to see maybe things are going to work well. While in that process, please, I always advise women, find something to do. Not everyone goes to school. I no go school, I go school, you no go school, she go school. Sometimes it will not help you. Find something doing. You can start at any time. You see, some people did not go to school at all, but the way they are actually earning right now, the revenue they are having on social media and a few other things, is even much better than you, that you actually read everything. So please upgrade yourself. Make use of your spare time to do something tangible, something productive, so that if anything happen, you can also fend for yourself. Some people were obviously staying because of their children. If you can stay because of your children and you know you can still live and not get into high blood pressure that will send you to an early grave, or even your children will not be proud of you living, are still living there. Some children are even telling their mom, can we leave? Can we leave before this man will send you to an early grave? They'll say, no, no. They'll still be. So how do you think those children are going to treat men outside another when they grow up? They won't see men in a good with a good eye, because their dad is not actually showing a good portrait. So this person, I do understand what she's saying. She must have obviously seen one or two things that maybe her dad or people around them. It's not only their dad, their uncles. We see people around us that are doing all this promiscuous, they're living this promiscuous way. Laurentia said, what I meant by to avoid other tell your story is, if you don't live alive, okay, yeah, and you buy in that marriage, other people will tell your story of what happened to you, yeah, how it happened and how you refuse to leave. Yeah, people will tell your story. I understand you now. In fact, they will add Jara to it. They will add Jara to it, and content creators, we online people will use it to to showcase our this thing. I try to bring out the lesson from it. It's not to shame the people, but for us to learn, we need to learn to know where we need to work on. So yeah, and she also said, exactly, when they get sick, that's when they will remember the first wife. The second wife won't give a damn. Most time, the second wife would have walked away. Once they notice that this man is sick and is not getting, it doesn't seem as if it's going to work well. They just, before you know it, they plan and plan their exit and leave. Some, instead of that, they will make sure another man come. You will come in and meet them with another man, so that they'll feel so bad, and they have their way of just making the issue really more tense for the man. The man will start regretting, oh, what, this woman that I've left her many years ago. They start wanting to ask for forgiveness of sins. They want family to beg them, and people will be saying to forgive is divine, to this one is danana. you know Let me leave that story alone. Someone else says, every single woman should have a purpose driven life. Pursue your career, be able to run your life without a man. Marriage is good, but if the man fails to fulfill his part, face your life and have plan B. Should we have plan B? I will be coming back. Always know this, all children raised in a toxic environment will have a lot of issues and battles. I write from experience, you do them no good. So when you say you are there because of your children, no, you are there because you're afraid. Me, from the little experience I would say I have seen from different places with the little years that I have added on, yeah, I can say 90%, 80 to 90% of those women that stayed then with their husband were because there was no government support, where to run to, women support women, a power that is supporting women. There's no laws that would I say punish those who go against women in some ways, or abuse the women, or men the other way. It was because of that most of them are staying. So they were also saying they don't want another woman to look after their children. Um, then I'm sure they're still practicing it back home. The man owns the children. So the woman just came to do what? To come and give birth. God help us. As this guy was saying, Ghanaian, God have mercy. So once they don't want the woman anymore, they chase the woman out. Then they leave the children will be at home, and the new wife or the side chick will come in and start sending those children on an errand, beating them. Some of them will not even get to school on time. Some of them don't go anymore. They do them anyhow they like, and that's one of the reasons these women are staying. They are staying because they don't want their children to be maltreated or be turned to a housewife. They don't want their future to be kind of delayed, their future ambition, every other thing to keep to be delayed. And I get it. I get it. But what are they also doing? Some will stay for 2 years. I know a woman that when people were suspecting or seeing all this thing, then sometimes it's early morning that we hear pa pa pa. It will hit the woman to the front. Everybody will come on the balcony and you see them out there, and people will keep telling this woman to leave. Then she started doing akara. I don't know if I can describe akara well for people that is not from my place. It's like a beans pudding, fried beans pudding. I don't know, maybe that's the best word to it. And the woman started selling these things. That's 2 years after she left. She left the woman, she left the man. Yeah, she left the man. That was how she raised her other children. The man did not bother. Then he brought in the other side chick. After the side chick, he brought another side. So the two side chick are now, fighting. But when the man was sick, that's when they remembered that they should go and call the first wife. So I get it. Let me read this comment. The best thing for every woman is to always try to add value to themselves, to herself. Yeah, it's very good. And I pray that they help have avenue to. Some want to, because we know of some that they would love to, but would I say Gary pass water, big water pass Gary? But I pray that as some want to, they are making plan to, and it works. Honestly, the lies are to an extreme, and the kid will grow up someday and start seeing such behavior as normal and start acting like their dad since their mom doesn't condemn it. Yeah, and you can see would I say majority of the newer husbands outside right now, they have this mentality of a woman must take everything. They believe that what the woman is there for is to take anything they bring home. They should take all the shit. They don't want you to say why you shouldn't question them. Why you bring it? I saw you with a woman, is becoming of frequent. Is there an issue? Are we having issue? Are you considering having someone else? Some will even tell you, I can do as I please. Who are you? They feel you don't have the right to question them. And all these children of nowadays are quite smart. They could read all these things, and you can imagine what they would do to men, or the questions they will ask people out there, the way they will act. So some of those guys have those mentality from their dad. They believe that's what women should do. Just continue to suck it up, continue to cry and look unhappy. If you see some women after 30 years of marriage, they look like their husband's mom. I'm sorry to say, I watched one video today, a content creator, and it was another channel I watched. The person was showing when some parent came to see them to, so it's like a parent visited, but other of our friends' parent that also went to visit our friends. Then they decided to kind of meet up, and she mistakenly took the man, the our friend's dad, as a maybe uncle or something, not knowing that it was her friend's dad, because the mom looks like their grandma. So she said when she saw the friend's mom, because they met in the UK, so she doesn't know the parents one on one from back home. So when got in there and the woman opened the door, she knelt down, she greeted her. She was even telling the this and that. Oh, I saw grandma. I've met grandma. My this one, that one. When the dad came said, okay, I won't call this one, that one. The girl's dad looks like someone she would consider as an uncle. So she was saying she looked like an uncle. When he now said, "Oh, where's mommy now?" Is mommy? Maybe she thought mommy was in the bathroom. When the mommy now said, "Oh, I'm the first person you saw now." I said, "Eh? Is that the person she thought was a grandma?" The difference was so clear, because women carry a lot. We carry a lot. We try. Some men too do. Well, some men are not lucky with their women. Their women is the one doing the other way around. So kudos to those men who are actually doing the work of their mother as well. We have to applaud them. There are so many men out there. They are trying. They are really trying, but they are not lucky with a good woman. And some women too, it was because of what they went through during their own parenting, their mom or their dad, their dad behave. So it got them into another art. Let me just carry on reading some, then I will switch to the next topic. Somebody will not tell me to endure and be patient like this mother. I'm unavailable, they know they see me. Okay. This one said, when they keep telling women make something of themselves, they would think it's a stingy man's mentality. That's worrying somebody. Flip this situation. If it was the woman that passed, the man will still be fine financially. If we continue to talk about it, it's really gonna take a while, but it's quite shocking that everything is bare. Women are being the one that they will want to always suck things in. The one I tweeted yesterday was when someone was telling the woman to enforce boundary for her husband. And I'm thinking, why can't both of them enforce it? Why can't they have conversation? Why is the women the one this, the women the one that? May God help us. Um, okay. Already women go through so much. They do. It's time to go and work. My break is over. I took an hour break. It has run past. I really appreciate you for coming. God bless you. I plan to use 2 hours, and I'm on 1 hour 18 minutes, so I will be off soon too. Thank you for everyone who has joined. Please just remember to give the video a thumbs up for me. I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and flip to um the second story. Guys, please don't mind me. This thing has started and I've been trying to endure. Hey, the battery is low. Let me use this one. Thank you. So the second Okay, I've seen the story. I'll just try to send that one in. Thank you, Auntie Jimmy, for still hanging in there. And I appreciate those who have joined as well. Those who are flipping in and out, I know it's a working time. People are working. I wanted to put it out evening before it gets busy in the house as well. Let me just do what I can do here. Okay, so the second one is as you can see from the title, I think it was the first part that I put, which is indirectly saying I am smelling. So this one it has to do with women, and the woman is going to take the blame here. So it's not we're not here to always maybe point finger at the men. At So sometimes we ladies, we women too, we have our own side, and we'll always want to use something else to cover up. So I'm gonna put that on now, then we can let me send it to the laptop. Okay, so I think it's this local file. Tun, 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 tun. I'm sorry, I'm trying to log into my page. Um, okay, and I can put down the screen. I hope it's well visible. When I saw this, I was just laughing like, why are we trying to give excuse? Do you think this kind of a thing could have happened? Or to me, I feel the woman is really giving an excuse. Too much. It's too small here. This is better. So I'll just read that out. It's a bit tiny, so I don't know if everyone can see it. Is there any way I can move this? Oh, it seems to have spoiled it, you know. Let me read it out from here. So the person said, is my husband indirectly telling me that I am smelling? How it started, she was greeting the person they sent it to, because it's not mine. I saw it online, thought I'm gonna share it. Usually I send my own I share my own case study mostly on Gores. I'm still gonna compile get some sorted I need to sort them out properly so that I can start sharing some here. So this person was saying, uh, the stress of taking care of children is not easy. Oh God, this thing is, you know what? Let me redo it. So the person was actually saying the stress of looking after children is not easy, that she's not able to look after herself because of the children. So she doesn't maintain a personal care regularly. So she was putting the blame for not being um looking after herself. She's not taking her personal hygiene well properly. So she's putting the blame on our children. I mean, using our children as an excuse. I think that's the best word. So like, she's using our children as an excuse. And this is where I said, we women too, we do have our own. We need to do better. Let me close this one. I don't know how to get that one out. Guys, I hope the noise for this thing is not disturbing the volume. Okay, so I'm gonna read it out. If you're still here and you can still hear me, please let me know so I know the noise is not too much. Let me just put this one here. I think it can blow directly to me. Yeah, so she said, in my I'm a happily married woman for 6 years. The stress of taking care of 4 children is not easy, even with 2 house helps. Most times I will be too busy that I will forget to bathe for 2 or 4 days. This thing should not keep going now. Come on. Okay, I will leave it on loop. Yeah. So she'll forget to bathe for 2 to 4 days. I hardly brush my teeth. Sometimes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I never brush and I'm not a dirty person. I don't smell. Each time I I poop, I mean number two, number two, Igbe. I wash my butt with water so that can serve as bathing. But there's something my husband said that got me thinking. My husband works offshore, 2 weeks in and 2 weeks out. He came back today and we were excited because we miss each other. On his way home, he told me to brush my teeth. He told me to brush my teeth and bathe and wait for him. I did as he requested, but on a second thought, is he indirectly telling me that I'm smelling? Okay, yes, you can hear me. So initially when I saw this, I thought, "Ah, did someone just frame this up?" But you know what? It can actually happen. Some people think they're okay. Oh God, when I'm laughing on social media, just like so that people don't think I'm making mockery of their situation. Like, are you for real? But some people actually take joy, or they don't see anything wrong in what they are doing, what is happening. They feel is a normal thing. There are some things that we might be taken as like, oh, it's just one of those. It's not that normal because when you continue to do it, initially that people around you might be able to kind of want to cope with it, but they can't cope with it for a very long time. Let's be sincere. Let us be sincere. Your mouth is smelly, and I'm just trying to like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The second day, every day, then I should find a way of how I'm going to tell you in a subtle way. Maybe I go out, I get you uh, toothpaste, brush, better brush, wash. Tell you sometimes, let's go and brush. I want to brush my teeth. Okay, come, let's just brush our teeth together. You want to use different style. Then later, you need to tell this person, girl, please, we need to look after ourselves. We don't even know when we're think this thing smells sometimes. Sometimes if I'm working for a very long time and when I work from home, sometimes, and because I'm alone, especially when they were in school, then I might just receive a call, and when I'm talking and I'm like this, I'll like what I'm hearing, I don't like it. I'll just quick once I'm done on the phone, I'll go and just kind of freshen up. You can rinse your mouth and use mouthwash. So when I saw it, I thought, did someone just write this one to, because I don't understand. I'm about to even speak my language. Like, are you for real? You even said 2 to 4 days. So you will wake up and eat. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you wake up maybe because you're doing chores, before you know it, you're already in the kitchen, you're cooking for them, and maybe during cooking you drop something in you join them in eating. Some people have their breakfast, tea and all that before brushing, and once they are done cleaning up everything, then when they go upstairs and do the proper wash, they will brush their teeth, they will wash, they will do everything. Maybe they are going out as well. So because they started doing their chores early, they tend to eat first. Okay, then when you are now done, you should go and freshen up. Come on. You said 2 to 4 days. And you will go to bed, you will wake up with those debris in between your teeth, then you wake up again, you will kiss those your children and the house help that you have. You're actually lucky enough, you've got two house helps. You know what our house help is all about? Except maybe you guys are not paying them. Maybe they were just given to you to better their life. Because even them, you're inconveniencing them. How would you also correct or encourage those people to brush? How would you encourage them to, to have a good hygiene when you yourself you don't? And I'm sure in the process you leave your hair anyhow. That's those people that are still doing hair. You don't look good, you don't change your clothes. You said so when you use the toilet, you use water to rinse. You should have gone to go and get water from. So I don't want to be nasty, so let me just let me, like, do you want to get kerosene or petrol to wash your pot before? Your armpits, your everything, and your husband is nice enough to tell you to make sure you brush because he is going to be intimate with you. It's on, so you guys know how you guys go when you're getting into that intimacy part, the way you guys do your play before you start doing your bedroom dance. Some men would like to touch every touchable area. They want to get into every bit that you're blessed with. And once they come close to you, the sweat for yesterday, everything is here. The mouth, you can't kiss, the lips is, even if the lips is dry, the mouth is not even, and it's not welcoming. The smell, the armpits, it's not only the armpits, even all here, the sweat before they now decide to go down there. You see, now we just finished talking about we finished talking about how some men take side chicks. Now, if this man, when he's offshore, he decide to be with a woman that is very neat because he perceive a good smell. The other woman has a good personal hygiene. Some women at home, because of children, they are not able to do as they would like to because of time. They don't have helps. But you said you have two helps. That's why I felt you were using children as an excuse. No one asked you if you're dirty or clean. You stated it yourself that you're clean. You're not a dirty person. I'm sure you deliberately put that because you know you wish to not be a dirty person. Maybe it's the wish that you forgot to put. I wish to not to be. I wish, because it's the man really tried to. Men would have verbally insult you, be throwing words at you from time to time. I know I've read some that the lady was saying the man, even on the phone, the man would say, it seems I can hear something. Have you brushed your teeth? Just because she has mouth odor. This is someone that says she brushes like how many times in a day. And the case study the person sent to me was how she feels she's losing her husband because of her mouth issue. To the extent that now her husband can't even take it in couple of years anymore. Even when he's talking to him on the phone, he will now be making fun of it, like, oh, it seems I can perceive your smell from the phone. So that's the what is hurting her. Look at this woman sending this one. That's why I actually pick on this one, because I haven't really, I don't think I've shared that case study already. So you see, one is complaining of having a serious health issue. You do not really have it because you're not maintaining a good personal hygiene. So we will say the men are out there to, they have side chick. If he can't talk to you, you may be taking it personal. To me, I feel he can also tell you, maybe when you guys are together, that babe, please, I'm buying. You should buy you all these things and tell you, please, when you wake up first thing in the morning, use so thing. We're not all lucky with smells. And remember, when people wake up, we have awful mouth smells. Most people have awful mouth smells. Go and attend to your mouth. I will use the toilet. I'm picking brush up. Rinse your mouth, brush your teeth, use mouthwash if you can. If you don't have mouthwash, sometimes you can put water, a salt in the water, and you use it to rinse after brushing, just to also make. Why would you say 2 to 4 days? I don't know. I don't even know how I will feel when I don't wash it, brushing them for a whole day. When mama, no, this really got me. I felt, and you're asking, is he indirectly telling you? Do you not know? Or what you should do is, when it comes, you should even apologize, praise him for accommodating or enduring that thing. That now you've taken note, that you're sorry about that. Let him know that you also you take correction, you get it, and you're making amends. It will be easier for him to tell you next time. um Chinson said, bye everyone. Thank you for coming. Abizimi. Yeah. Oh, someone said, she says, I need to go now. Lovely topic. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. And Jimmy said, thanks so much for your support. Thank you. Okay. Bye. Bye. So how would you just, to me, I feel you should have a word with him. Let him know that you get the point. You're sorry for actually putting him through those stress. God knows what it would take him for him to actually come out to tell you, to use that word, that please make sure you have a personal care before you get home, because he want to have a good time with you. Then you are asking if he's indirectly telling you that, are you smelling? No, he's indirectly telling you that you're very neat. I don't get it. If you are not, even some that are doing it, they are not smelling. Before, there are some that say that before they go into any acting, they both will go to shower and rinse up. Then they will start their normal play. They start from whenever they want to start, from toes to hair or wherever. People that know how to do all these experiments. It's not me that will explain that one, because me, I don't know how to do it anyway. But what I'm saying is, why would you be using your children to as an excuse? It's quite it's disgraceful. These are the type of things that some men like when we're talking about side chick, wherever. Some you see some men with their comment, you'll be wondering what's wrong with them. Some of them, this is what they've actually even experienced before. Some have experienced even their own parents, that the way they smells is not palatable. She said, very funny. He said, please explain to us, ma. Ah, me, I don't know how to do it though, but I can tell you, I don't know how to say, how do I explain it? I'm not a good participant of it. I think that's the best word. But I don't do it as such. I struggle. So but there are some, they are very good. They have a very good bedroom dance with their man. You see all this side chick out there, what they do, what they do is some of them, you as a wife can't do it. They are quite flexible. And you see this bedroom dance. One of my friend that showed me one before. How you would do this, do this, do. Ah, God, I'm not too comfortable with this camera yet. How you would do this, twist everything, turn around, do this for them before you start. You now take their mic. When you now hold the mic, and when after holding the mic, you now start giving the mic a good work. Because they say most of them, they love the mic one. When you help them to, massage the mic, then charge up the mic, then then the story goes on before. And some men, they like to press all the pattern, all the button, all the balloon. They will press and press as if they want to take the life out of it. It- some men, men would do it as if when they were young, their mother did not breastfeed them. Toma kenu bopun, you think kilo day now, you want to suffocate me. So anyway, you don't cuckoo know anything. No problem, no problem. Don't worry. I will tell you when you know anything very soon. It's coming soon because the evidence will be out. To be somebody I'm telling you, oh, I'm on live. Don't come, don't come. You don't know anything. No problem. We're all born again. Yeah, you're born again. I know. I understand. So, and especially those who are quite they have a good figure. They are the figure that is reigning now is the figure that Auntie Jumi has. Oh, people, all those size 6, size 8, size 12 people, 14 people are trying. It's not like us now. Eh? These people, once if they twist for you, when they stand and they do this for you, they shake it, shake it, shake it. When they give it up and down sideways, this one, then they will do their waist twerk. They will twerk for you. When they twerk for you, twist it, do this, turn. The man is already in heaven. Is it you that your mouth is smelling that you've not brushed for 4 days and you expect him to know now? I'm sure if you even tell both of you to go to the shower and shower together, you wouldn't want to stand it. But don't let me spoil this thing. This woman, you really need to reread this email, and also give your husband a good. Let's be sincere, the man might be cheating, but because a man is cheating doesn't mean that they don't desire their wife. Another point, they might be cheating, but there are some times that they would desire their wife. Let's say, for example, our parents, that give birth to at least more than 2, 3 children. There's a time that they want a particular child to go and get so thing for them. You are the one they want you to go and bring that thing in where they kept it, and they will send another child an errand to somewhere else. So because the man has a side chick does not mean that once in a while might not desire you. He might, or if the side chick misbehave, or they got angry, or is demanding for what they cannot give her as at that moment, and they want to pour. Once they want to pour and they're at home, you are their wife. They will think like, see, since I cannot go to that honey, let me use the orange that I have at home now. They will just what they do is that they give command to the one at home, like So you will want to say, I can manage this one, at least this one, that's the purpose for it anyway, but it's just let me manage this one to just ease tension. It's the tension. And when the man, that's why some women will complain that when the man gets into them, they are like hers. They will just keep going back, 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 bo, bo, bo. Like some people complain that the ways a man will use side chick is because it's not their wife at home. So they do them roughly, they use all the money in them. Different stories that we've heard. But woman, not brushing your teeth for 2 days is bad. Is really bad. Let's say you've eaten, you were busy all through, you didn't even remember that you didn't brush your teeth, and you were going to bed, and you realize that you didn't brush, you couldn't get up to go and brush again. By the time you wake up to wee in the morning or when, can you not just take the brush to just brush? Another thing is you can use salt where you are cooking there. You can still use it to get some things out. You can use it with cotton wool. I don't think you have excuse for not brushing for 2 days. 2 days. If one day was actually you were not on a trip that you forgot your brush or something, you could try and improvise, look for something else to get the smell out. Second day and fourth day, no now. Then you said, oh no, this thing is not funny. This woman is not okay. I don't know. Maybe it's put. Maybe she's mentally not stable. Because I think what I can read here is like she's trying to um play the victim. She said most time I will be too busy that I forgot. Too busy doing what? Because you have 4 children, you have 2 maids, 2 house help. You say help, so they should be helping you with something. Are those children, did they not sleep 24/7, 24 hours? Come on now. I feel it's just an excuse not to want to, an excuse to back up her dirtiness. And she said, I will be too busy that I will forget to bathe for 2 to 4 days. I hardly brush my teeth. Hardly. It's not something she's used to. So I don't know. Is it that you don't brush your teeth before you got married? Because this hardly thing, me, I don't understand the thing that is hardly there. Is it since you had a child or when you were pregnant? Or you don't do it even before you met your husband? It's not something you're used to. Because if it's something you're not used to and you met your husband and maybe it was taking it till now he feels he needs to speak up. I hardly brush my teeth. I never brush. And okay, I'm not a dirty person. Who says I'm not a dirty person? Says by you. Um, and I don't smell. How do you know? We can't always tell. Sometimes that's why I say if I'm alone and I've been working, typing for a while, I'm not saying anything except when I receive a call and if I could smell it out, then once I'm done with it, I just go and freshen up. Just go and brush your teeth, rinse your mouth, do something. You're saying you're not smelling. How do you know? Is it because your house help are not telling you? They will be frowning whenever you're calling them to send them on an errand. They want to stay far off. They want the windows always open. She said each time I poo, let me leave that side. But there's something my husband did. Well, I feel your husband is trying to still work on you because it's also his responsibility. Let's be sincere. If he knows you're struggling in this area, that might be his best way of thinking. He should let you know to freshen up. If he comes back or another day you can ask him, honey, or you know the pet name, you call him, or if you call him by his name like me now, ask him, do I really don't know, if do you think I need to work on my gene, my personal gene, He could nod. He could say, "Oh, I think so," or "Yes, please." If they don't want to talk too much, you might just say, "Yes, please." Then you will know, okay, I've been suffocating this man for a while, because the smell enough. Sometimes some smells will run your belly. You will feel like you just shit. This woman, you're not okay. Oh, I just hope it's not after birth issue that you're having. But I feel you're trying to play victim. You're trying to use your children to cover up your laziness regarding your personal hygiene. I feel you're lazy, so you overlook some things. You feel you're okay. You feel you're not smelling. You eat, you sleep, you wake up. Do you even know when some people smells? That's another thing I think I need to also add. Do you know when something smells? Maybe you've lost the sense of smells. Maybe that's why you can't also get it from yourself. When you're cooking, do you smell your food? Can you smell the aroma? Can you perceive? I mean, can you perceive the aroma of your food when you're cooking? Can you perceive the smell? Can you, because maybe you've got issue with that as well. So you doesn't that with that you don't know that your things are actually not right. Your man would most times when you're talking, you always want to be doing like this, like meanwhile, there's something he's trying to avoid. Did you not just get it? Are you just getting it when he told you to make sure you brush your teeth and have yourself cleaned up before you get there? He doesn't want to come and start telling you to go and do it. Maybe if he, by joke, trying to let you go to the bathroom, you will always say no, you're tired. So he won't have any choice than to just go straight to the business, and the business he won't enjoy it much because he's not able to access so many places that he wanted to that he would have loved to access. You won't be able to enjoy it. Once you get to your mouth, you just feel access denied. You move to here, the access is being denied as well. He's moving towards here, the access is being denied. If he's coming down, is the access is also being denied. You will just say, you know what, let me blind date, let me blind enter. That's how he will just kind of just decide that, let me just go in. He will go in and finish, and once he finish his tension, he will just leave. He did not really enjoy it. He did it to ease his tension. Sometimes some people think for a man to come in, it's just because he loves them. Some are to ease their tensions. They don't really enjoy it. The enjoyable one, some like to do, they like their foreplay. Èmi ò like foreplay. Me like kọkùnrin dis talking but But I'm not gonna say that in English. I'm sorry. So some men like their foreplay very well. Some men can do their foreplay for minutes, 12 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes before they get to the main business. They would do the foreplay that you yourself, you'll be in paradise, heaven, or wherever you decide to go to, depending on the one that you chose or the kind of song that you like to sing. They like some of them when they are doing those foreplay, they like the sound you're giving, the moaning, the way you moan, the way you sing. Some intensify the work, the foreplay, until you give them the proper ringtone they like to hear. Yeah, or when you start calling their name, some will tell you, call my name, say this one, say that one. Yeah. Then they can now go to the Ile Ileri. What's the Ile Ileri in English? To the promised land. Well, woman, I'm sure many people would have advised you, because we are too small to maybe get in touch with you or to even know you. But if anyone come across this kind of message, or it's happening to them, or they know people that it does happen to, please do not let us use children to cover up our silly as a silly excuse for our listeners. Sometimes it's laziness that pushes us to this thing. So we tend to say, oh, if you have children, you will know that you cannot bathe in a day, in 2 days. You can. What about those people that are doing it? If you want to, you will keep working well. So that's it for me anyway. Please, let's take our personal hygiene very important. Apart from doing it for the man, do it for yourself, because you don't know what you're introducing to yourself. You don't know what's happening down there. You don't wash down there, the man will come in and pour, go, and you don't wash it, and you no, it's not nice. So imagine when you have one issue, you want to go and see a doctor. Is that when you will now rinse up? Even when the doctor now asks you to go on a couch, and they want to put your leg here, before you even put this thing, they already start, the thing would, oh no. Please do well, and you need to get some roll on, smell nice for your husband, smell nice for yourself, smell nice for your family, for your children as well. Once you start giving that a try and smell nice, you will even have confidence in yourself. Sometimes when I finish bathing and I feel good for myself. It's not for man alone. Feel good. Look, feel good for how you smell, have that confidence. Don't just rely on, oh, shebi I'm married, I'm not looking for husband. And I'm sure you're the type that she might be the type that those one that put wrapper, they will do the wrapper in the, maybe until when your husband tell you to wear the clothes he bought for you, and don't put on wrapper. Maybe that's the next one he wants to send to you. God have mercy. Please, if anyone is having this kind of mentality, or is going through this because of children, and you have to help, that's another thing that I just feel you have no excuse as well. For children, you don't have them as a twins, two eyes. Maybe you have. Let's just assume you have two as a single, and maybe you have another one as a twin, and they are growing. You can give them some chores to do to keep up, get busy while you get into the shower to bath. But it's very important to look after yourself. The hygiene, personal hygiene is very important for yourself. For future, it will get to a stage where you start doing a smell test as well. You don't want to be told that you've contacted what you don't even know where the source come out from. We can't keep blaming the men that they're the one who introduced something to us. Meanwhile, your personal hygiene is not nice. No, most men wouldn't want to also stick their thing into where they know that it's not dirty, it's not clean, that is dirty. They know that they are trying to avoid uh catching something as well. So that's my advice, guys. We've reached 2 hours. We have tried. I forgot the people. If the Facebook one is still showing, it is still showing. If anyone on Facebook have go through come across this, please leave a comment as well, and like the video for me. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jumi, for being with me all through the all through the stream. I do appreciate you. God bless you. Auntie Jumi is laughing. I don't even know when that message was last sent. It was two something something. It's 2 o'clock already. Yeah. And I will see you in my next video. I love and appreciate you guys. Don't forget our first topic, which was about the woman who wanted to, the mom doesn't want her to get divorced because she believes because her husband too cheated for a while, a couple of times, and she did not leave. But eventually, when her father passed, our mother was left with nothing. So they are the one paying for their mom's house rent right now. I even thank God that the children are also they are able to pay for the house rent. What if their children are struggling and they cannot pay the house rent? They will be lamenting all the time. So everyone will learn one or two lessons from our parents, what they struggle with, what they were not able to do. We want to try and not follow the same path. Yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you. She said, we love you too. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll see you in my next one. Do take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Can't post messages on channels line. What am I learning? I'm not learning anything. I just hope this thing is on Facebook. I mean, on on YouTube, because some live stream, once you're done, it will not show on YouTube itself. So I don't know if I will need to. Okay, send it. Um, I don't think it's this one. No, it's not this one. Which one did I use? Um, anyway, I'll be doing another session another time. Um, this Facebook one is a bit delaying. Press G for what?